Assalamu Allah kelimeti. Peace, how's it going? Well, here it is. It's Friday, November the 4th. And I'm at my people's house right quick before I go back to mine. And I have been whirling in my mind about the art of forgiveness. How treacherous the mind that's stolen. How unrelenting the intellect of a sheer word. How grand of one to say, please forgive me. These words are always heard, but never heeded. So as God believes in us, He places under our responsibility to act as humane folk, to act as simple human beings, logically sound and firmly ethical in His word. Over the past, I don't know how many years, maybe 17 or 18 years of living, if there's one thing I noticed, the wrongdoing of man knows no ground. After it's up, it's up. After it's down, it's down. But one of the main things that always rests assured, as long as they're living, we have to atone and be atoned for something. So at this moment, for everyone who's out here right now, if you're holding any altercation, no matter how big or small it is, to your brother or your sister, I'm not going to beg you, I'm not going to coerce you. Forgive them. Shout out to Nikisha Green for saying a person doesn't really have to forgive you by word. I mean, it should obviously be in one's heart to do it, despite how one thinks about you. A person can be forgiven without a word. At first, I thought it was just sheer bullshit. But when you think about it, when you really, really get down to it, that's for that person to forgive, not for that person to be forgiven. Because people will easily forget their wrongdoings. As I can sometimes equate the very mercy of Allah and how He does things, and sent His son Yeshua to really clean things up and be the human form of our satisfaction, our desire, and our culture, so that we could have something to really look forward to if we ever, just happen to kick off one day and need a place to rest. You don't want that on your heart at any given time, chance, or moment that something has been left undone. Because a nigga can sweep stuff under the rug, but it only takes a matter of time before you build a sandcastle. Get rid of that shit. Get rid of it. Now. So, as time progresses, I ain't perfect. However, we must be as God is perfect. I might know what that means in the future, but for right now, I'm stalling. All I'm saying is, you got something against somebody? If you have something against somebody, despite how arbitrary it sounds to me, I'm still going to say it. Forgive them. Without reason. Without questioning. Without fact or any, trying to make any rationality out of it. Just forgive them. Period. Because usually those weights do not affect that person. It affects the person who is the recipient of that action. Because people are going to be ignorant. They're going to stall. They're going to dote on everything you do. They're going to be ignorant. Some people are. And they'll forget whatever pain they transfer is like the law of thermodynamics. It's neither created nor destroyed. People forget that sometimes the right amount of energy also requires the right type of stress and strain. So when you transfer something, you can't take it back. It's going from one body to the next. Uproot every bad weed and relift them weights and forgive. That's all I gotta say. I'm tired. I want a rock star real bad. I'm freaking jonesing for one right now, but I'ma stall that. Assalamu ala kalimati. I'm out, man.